This is the bougie setup.
Ready? Going on the internet, Yossi. A few weeks ago, I went back to Skyward to sit in on a set day, and I thought it would be really cool to learn about what happens behind the scenes of the cool boulders that we get to enjoy. I knew that the setters worked so hard to make our boulders fun and challenging, and was curious about the process, so I thought it would be a great idea to take you guys along so we can all learn about what happens behind the scenes and appreciate the awesome boulders that we get to climb, not only at Skyward but at all the gyms around the world. A big thanks to Yossi, Amanda and Ty for their time and knowledge and letting me hang out on set day. It was truly a really great learning experience, and it really made me appreciate setting so much more. I won't say any more about that, but let's get right into it. It is 7:46 a.m. and I have driven myself to Skyward. I'm gonna go and see what happens on set day, which is super exciting. I haven't woken up so early in a while. It was a good drive actually, and the view is very pretty. I'm very excited to see what set day is like and take you along on a day in the life of a setter, except I'm not, I'm just gonna be there. These are the queen. The day officially begins with a cup of coffee and some planning ahead. Yossi, the head setter, leads the planning by discussing a few things with the team, such as what type of climbs need to be set, including what styles to force and whether it fills in gaps as something new compared to the other styles that are currently being set in the gym. So today it was decided that the set will focus on teaching coordination dyno moves on slab wall. Each setter has been allocated 4 climbs to set. Ty has been allocated yellow, pink, orange and blue tape, with 3 of them needing to be coordination dyno style type moves. Yossi has been allocated green, orange, blue and white tape, where green and orange are to be running up moves, and the white tape has teeny tiny holds and a bunch of other words that I can't read. And Amanda has been allocated green, pink, orange and silver tape, with the pink and orange needing to have switch moves. So with all this in mind and awakened by the power of coffee, the team gets right into action to the holds room to pick out the holds. The morning portion of set day is dedicated to setting the star climbs first, which are often the hardest grade boulders of the set, although they don't have to be. They can just be one that the setter has put a lot of thought in and really wants to set first, or has a really cool move that they've already planned out. Dual tax. One thing I did learn very clearly after observing the team was that the point of a successful climb is to try and deliver the same climbing experience for anyone attempting. That is to force an intended beta. On top of that, the setters create this intended beta as a way to help us climbers learn different types of moves and how to move well when tackling these problems. This, of course, is equally one of the trickiest parts of setting, as we all know that everyone's bodies, heights, and strengths and abilities are all so different, so it can be really hard to standardize the experience of a climb. This is why the next part, testing, is so important. This is more tricky with harder climbs because not only do you have to maintain the difficulty of the climb to make sure that it's hard enough, but you also need to make it accessible enough so that people at that grade are going to try and work on it. When testing, the setters look for any way to break the beta. So they'll be testing different ways that people could attempt this boulder and tweaking the climbs to make it as hard to break as possible. I found this part the most interesting and really exemplified how hard setters work to test and tweak boulders so it delivers a satisfying experience for as many people as possible. What are you doing?
This is the bougie setup.
It was really cool to watch the team set. It was like watching pieces of art being created live, and that was awesome. By lunchtime, the team had successfully set their first boulders, and it was time for some filming for Instagram. So here's Amanda showing off her switch move pink tape, which is really cool, and Yossi is filming, and you'll be able to see what it looks like on Instagram. And here is Ty showing off his coordination dyno orange tape. Very fancy stuff. Ready? Oh my god, what a pro! That's so cute. After lunch, the team went straight back into setting the rest of the boulders in a similar process as I've described previously.
Using holes that you know in different ways.
Yeah, making them feel a bit different. Where's your dance? You're supposed to dance. Love it. Very good. After I came back, the team was still working at full speed, testing some of the last of their creations, adding the grade color tags and also putting the downhold climbs in and getting ready to clean up. So while the team was making their final tweaks, I got to have a pre-opening try of the set, which I was super excited about. And those were the 12 climbs that were set that day, which was pretty incredible, working from 8 AM to around 5 to 6 PM that day. Following the theme of dynos on slabs as decided earlier in the day, you could see Ty's got his pink tape purple coordination dyno going from left to right, and then you also have the orange tape black coordination dyno going the opposite way. In the middle, Yossi's got his green running up climb and his orange version, which is the green climb but a harder version, and you've also got that white tape climb with the teeny tiny holds. And then you've got Amanda's pink tape switch moves from right to left and orange tape switch moves from left to right. Setting a few specific styles across grades ensures that we can learn and access different types of moves and work our way to getting the harder version. So that's why there's always an easier version of a move and then the harder version as well. And then after I got to do my thing, the new reset was open to everyone. And man, as you can see here, it is popping off. Like there's so many people, which is, you know, normal for a set day. At the same time, the women's social climbing night was being held, so I joined that and hung out with a bunch of awesome female climbers, and then I climbed for many hours. And that was it, guys. The perfect ending to such a fun, exciting, and long day of set day at Skyward. I hope you guys got a little more insight into what happens behind the scenes and the processes that the guys go through to get these super fun boulders on the wall. Being there from start to finish and seeing a blank wall turn into a wall full of climbs was pretty surreal for me, and I hope that I was able to capture enough of it for you guys to have a little taste of what I got to experience. I'm also super thankful that Amanda, Yossi, and Ty got to show me some of the happenings behind the scenes, including just how much planning and thought processes there are to execute a reset. And they do it twice a week, and I was only there for one reset. I really appreciate how thoughtful and invested the team are in creating that experience for us climbers, wanting to teach us how to climb better and to also just have a fun experience every time we go to the gym. With so many things to consider and the time pressure of setting, being a setter is not a cushy job, but I think I knew that already. So honestly, such a big kudos to the team, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to see what it was all about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!
It's just the drum blows, yeah. Walk around like who you, yeah. Just something you get used to.